S3.
Let's get it.
Hey, it's Bryan with DD214 Transport. Please like, subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications. Hope you guys are doing well. It's Wednesday. We are here, and we're about to do it again. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is this is our lease on information and our dispatch information. If you guys should need that. Now, tonight, we are talking about the truck payment trap. Every single week, I talk to guys who swear they're running their own business. But the truth is, they're just employees with a mountain of debt. If your truck and trailer payment owns your schedule, you don't own your hustle. The bank does. Tonight, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the truck payment trap, how it happens, how to spot it, and how to break free before it buries you. Okay? So that's what we're into tonight. Before we get started, we're going to thank our veterans and first responders for all they do and all they continue to do for this country, as we would not be the country we are without them. All right. Fuel prices? None. Government shut down. There is no fuel, national fuel info out there where I get my data. So that's what we got. Hopefully they'll bring that soon. All right, so here we are tonight. But I wanted to, and I didn't do pictures of the week, and I didn't do much news because I wanted to really dive deep into this subject, because this is something that you hear me talking about a lot, and that is, not getting in this business over your head. And so many times I've heard the, if I'm going to be on the road, I'm going to have a nice truck. I'm going to go buy me $100,000 truck and a $50,000 trailer. And the next thing you know, they're working for payments. Okay. This is a lot about what we're going to talk about tonight. I'd like you guys to get your questions ready if you got any. I will take open session after this. A couple little tidbits of news. There was an attempted hack on our bank accounts. Almost got through, but it didn't. The other morning, my accountant called me and said, "Hey, did you get that money you requested?" I said, "I don't know what you're talking about." He said, "You requested $10,000. I said, "No, buddy, it wasn't me. I didn't request anything." Well, lo and behold, somebody had got a hold of my personal Gmail account, which I no longer am using, and sent the accountant a fake email requesting $10,000. My accountant people processed it. Luckily, the ADP called it, and it all got sent back. Now, funny thing was, the day before this happened, or maybe a couple days before, we got a notice from, Employment Security Commission wanting some kind of information, and I sent it to the accountant, and the accountant called me on. Anyway, I thought it had to do something with that. I saw it go out because I checked my stuff every day, every first thing every morning, and at least 2 or 3 times during the day, just to make sure no kind of hinky shit's going on. But yeah, $10,000 got sent out of my account, and I guess it took 3 or 4 days to get it back. But you know, it's guys, that Gmail stuff, it's nice, but I wouldn't do business on it. We stopped using it for business a year and a half ago when we got hacked back then. So just be forewarned with that. All right. And did I have any other news? I do have news. Guys, I told you this was going to happen. And I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but everybody is getting caught up in this English language proficiency stuff. I mean, we're being stopped on the daily now in different states. And it's just not that they're checking that, but they are doing level 1's inspections. So have your shit together because they're out there hot and heavy at the moment. Okay, so we're going to add this back up here to the stage, and this is the truth. This is how pride, payments, and poor math bury good drivers. And we've seen it happen multiple times. All right. Oh Lord, I'm back to there. Let me skip down here a minute. I went bass backwards. There we go. There. That's what I was trying to say. There you go. All right. So the illusion of freedom. Freedom is an illusion. Okay. Everybody loves to post that delivery picture. The polished rig, chrome shining, hashtag everywhere, be your own boss. But let me tell you something. Most of those bosses can't miss a single week of running or the whole thing collapses. I've seen it too many times, man. Too many times. A guy comes in hot, $95,000 pickup, $45,000 trailer, $2,800 a month in payments, and he thinks he's killing it. But as soon as freight softens, that note doesn't care. The bank doesn't care. And the repo guy, he's on time every time. Freedom isn't owning a truck. Freedom is owning your time. And when the payment owns your time, brother, you're just another employee with debt. And make that clear. How many times have I said on here and told everybody, get this right, get into the business right, do it correctly. And how many times have I heard, you have no idea how many times I've heard, if I'm going to be in a truck, I'm going to have a nice one. Well, you're having a nice payment. Okay. And you've got to get away from that mentality. The illusion of ownership. Many think buying a truck equals freedom, but freedom comes from cash flow, not chrome, not buttons, not heated seats, not leather. It comes from cash flow. Monthly payments are killing 75% of the hotshotters and OTR startups. 70 says 70% of them are dead because of your monthly payments. Guys, running for payments suck. You don't want to be doing that. Common rookie mistake, buying based on dream income. That's what I call pie in the sky, not real load volume. Okay. When you're running your numbers to get into this business, you have to run your numbers based on the worst possible scenario, not the best. Okay. Stop running your numbers on the best possible pie in the sky scenario. Quote, you don't buy what you can afford. You buy what you can sustain when freight slows down. Okay? That's a fact. Real example, a driver who financed a $95,000 pickup and a $45,000 trailer will have a $3,200 a month fixed. When the freight drought happens and he couldn't make the insurance, he's out of business. Listen, you have to listen, people. You run this as a business. The math nobody wants to do. These are the guys that have watched all of these drivers do pie in the sky, made so much money this week, blah, blah, blah. Nobody wants to do the real math, okay? The breakdown is this. Your truck, trailer, and insurance, the Bryan Hicks formula says that you should not be over $2,500 to $3,000 a month, max. Truck, trailer, insurance, max. Add a maintenance fund of 15 cents a mile, fuel and taxes. Anything beyond that, and your break even hits $1.50 plus a mile, making you uncompetitive. Okay. Bryan's rule. If your truck can't survive 2 slow months in a row, you don't have a business. You have a time bomb. The bank's game versus the trucker's game. Banks and the dealer want you on the hook. They don't care about freight rates or if the stock market crashes. They're going to try to sell you a dream. Own your own rig, bring your own boss. But real ownership means control over maintenance, cost, and timing, not just title in your glove box. You're not a business owner when someone else can shut you down for a missed payment. All right? You're just running for payments at that point. Now, this is what I recommend. No, I'm not going to recommend it. I'm just going to tell you what I did. Okay? I'm not going to recommend anything. But what I did was this. I waited until I had my numbers. I knew what the numbers could do, should do, and what my worst case scenario was. And how I got that was, what would I have to do to make this truck payment and insurance every month? Okay, that was it. That's how I come into it. And I would have to run 2 loads a month to make that happen. And they didn't have to be great loads. They just needed to be loads that paid something. All right. And how I managed that was, one, my 3,500 is a tradesman, not a Laramie. No heated seats, nothing fancy. I built it the way I wanted it. And I found a company that had the one I needed. Okay. That's how I got it. I paid $58,000 for it out the door. Okay. I paid for my trailer outright. Now, on the loan, I did take a loan out for that truck, but I carried that loan as far as they would take it. Now, people say, well, I hear you shouldn't do that. Well, let me tell you something. You hear wrong, because I will tell you this. You can make double payments, but try to make a half a payment or try to skip a payment and see what that does for your credit. Okay? It's a whole hell of a lot easier to make a double payment than it is to make no payment or a half a payment. Okay? That's why. That's how I carried it. All right. The whole system is built to trap you. The dealer gets their cut. The bank locks you into 6 years of payments. They don't give a damn if diesel price hits $6 a gallon or the spot rates tank. They want that auto draft every first of the month. And they know what you don't. Pride sells better than logic. Okay? Your pride of driving a Laramie or a Platinum, that'll get you in trouble. Logic. Use logic. Build your truck. What that truck needs to have. Okay? You walk on the lot saying, I'm going to buy something nice because I deserve it. Man, have I heard that a million times. I'm going to have a nice truck if I'm going to be driving truck. Okay. You do deserve success, but success ain't found in leather seats, guys. It's found in staying alive when the market turns south. You know, if you followed me long enough, you know for a fact this market ebbs and flows. You're going to have downturns. You're going to have upswings. Things are going to change. And you have to be set and ready for those changes. The dealer sells you a dream. The bank sells you a chain. And you hand them the key when you sign that paperwork. Okay? Banks and dealers want you on the hook. They don't care about the freight rates or spot market crashes. They sell the dream. Own your rig. Be your own boss. But real ownership means control over maintenance cost and timing, not just titles. When, again, you're the math that nobody wants to do, I'm going to hit it one more time. Truck, trailer, and insurance target is $2,500 to $3,000 a month. Put 15 cents away per driven mile for your maintenance. Okay? Driven mile. Don't cheat the truck. Driven mile. Okay? So, with that, that's just craziness. You know, I'm constantly having technical difficulties because I basically don't know what the hell I'm doing. If you got to know the truth about the matter, I just do not know. All right, we've done this one. Let's skip through. All right, how to break the chain. Now, this is pretty important because you break the chain before you allow them to wrap it around your neck. And you stop flexing. You know, that paid off 3-year-old Ram with 100,000 miles on it may save your life in a downturn. If you're already in too deep, do these 4 things. Refinance or restructure before you default. Slash everything essential. Subscriptions, music apps, fancy gadgets, all that stuff. Get rid of that. If it's not making you money, it's costing you money. Those are your two options. Stack reserves. Stack reserves. 3 weeks worth of payments minimum. Relearn your numbers. Know your cost per mile. Cold. Know it. Now look, we all love horsepower. All right, but math is what keeps us in business. Stop buying status and start buying survival. Stop that pie in the sky stuff. Buy below your ego level. Okay? Your ego's going to go in there and you're going to want the best truck on the lot. There's no doubt in my mind because I see them every day and I love them. I'm like, ooh, I'd like to have that. Well, you got to be old enough to realize that your wants aren't going to hurt you. The truck is a tool, not a trophy. The quicker you learn that this tool is there to make you money, the quicker you will make money. You start lean. Use truck, pay off your trailer equals freedom. There's nothing wrong with a used truck. You just can't get an old used truck. That doesn't work. I mean, 100,000 miles should be at your upper limit of where you want to buy something. And just because somebody says, hey, this 1837 truck's got a brand new motor in it, doesn't mean shit. I'll tell you now. It means absolutely nothing because everything else is going to break down. So you're going to run cash heavy weeks to build reserves. You're going to focus on your cost per mile, not your gross. Debt is the enemy of independence. You can't run free with a chain around your axle. All right? Get the debt dealt with. Now, I didn't build DD214 by buying shiny. Now, I did buy new. I'm going to tell you that. But I did build it by surviving the ugly because I run lean. All right? This industry will eat you alive if you let pride steer your wallet. Do you know how many times I've bought things in my head that never come out of my pocket? It is crazy. So before you sign that next note, ask yourself one question. Am I going to own this truck or does this truck own me? Okay? Look, there's nothing wrong with ugly. And by ugly, for us to lease on to us right now, your truck has to be 5 years or newer and 100,000 or less. That's it. That's what you're going to need to have. And we've learned our lesson over time. A lot of these things you have to understand is I stepped on my own toe, so to speak, more than once. You know, we tried old trucks. You know what we ended up doing? Recovering the freight because the truck couldn't make it. We've tried it. It doesn't work under these circumstances. We tried extremely high mile trucks. Doesn't work under these circumstances. Now, your diesel engines normally are fine, but what happens is everything around the damn thing breaks. So, you know, it's just one of those things that tried and true is you're learning from experience. All right. So here at DD214, we're not selling dreams. We don't sell dreams. We build survivors. I tell every driver that's coming through our doors, this isn't about the load. It's about the lifestyle. You either build discipline or the road will break you. This is a business. It is not a game. It's not something you jump into. Veteran or not, discipline is what wins this game. That's why our goal was simple. Teach guys how to run lean, think smart, and protect their future. Okay? Freedom ain't about a title. It's about control. Think about that. It's about being able to run and then take off some time and do what you want to do. That's freedom. So let's talk about it. What do you think, guys? What do we got going on this evening? Trevor F. Has the CDL crackdown helped the freight rate at all yet, or has it caught up yet? It's actually bumped it a little bit. It's not a ton, but it has bumped it up. Now, what's killing everybody is just the simple fact that everybody's getting caught up in the bullshit. Yeah, the inspections are crazy. We had Charles running through Tennessee the other night, and he got stopped twice within an hour. So understand that's what's happening out there. Thanks for the question. Brandy Guy, you mentioned that you leased your vehicle to your business. Can you explain that a little more? Okay. With the government shutdown, we were looking for a personal vehicle loan to get started. Okay. So basically what happens is and I'm going to tell you this in North Carolina terms. All right. In North Carolina terms, they have what's called an MVR 330, where I, as the leaser or truck owner, filled out a form and leased it to DD214 Transport, the leasee. And it was one piece of paper. It took all of 5 minutes to fill out, and that's how it happened. That was as simple as it happened. Because my truck was in my personal name, and when I went in to get apportion tags, because it was in my personal name, it had to be leased to the MC holder, which was DD214 Transport, and that was done through an MVR 330 form. If you can look it up. If you're in North Carolina, I don't know how other states do it, but that's how it's done here. I hope that helped you out. Okay. We have no more questions. I will tell you this, is that if you get nothing else out of here, I'm going to teach you to save a little bit of money, or hope I do. We have to understand that in no business can you throw every dime you have at it and only work for payments. It's if you have no profit after payment, it's you're working for a loan. That's all it is. So what you want to do is you want to look at these loans, you want to go to them, and you want to negotiate the lowest interest rate for the longest term. Okay, that's the only way you can do this. Again, you do that simply because this business ebbs and flows. You're going to have great months. You're going to have months that suck. Okay, we're getting ready to go into the winter ebb. Freight will not die, but it's going to slow down. What happens when freight slows down? All these trucks are sitting there, freight rates drop. Okay, it won't pick up again until the end of January. So that's what we got for tonight, guys. If you're in a situation that I might be able to help you with, let me know. Happy to talk to you about it. I've had a pretty tough last 2 weeks. So I've got a ton of phone calls to call back. So I haven't called you back. Please just be patient with me. I will get back to you. And yeah, we got any more questions? No more questions? Well, we're going to call it that for this evening. If you need me, please reach out. So this is Bryan with DD214 Transport. Please like, subscribe, share these videos, and make some comments down below. That always helps the algorithm for some reason. I don't know how it really works, but hopefully we'll get it out to somebody. You got another question? Chris, do you dispatch semis? Yes, we do, Chris. Reach out on iggy6dispatch.com. And let me put this up here real quick. Go there and put apply for dispatch, and we'll be in touch with you. So, yeah. So, anyway, that's sort of what we got going on for the week. I hope everybody's had a great week. Ours is moving along. I kept 10 grand anyway. All right. From Bryan and Mila, we love you guys. We really thank you for being here and participating. Love your family because that's all you got. So we will catch you next time.
Jeans in a 4x4, cruising down to your front door. I'm a postage pack and a whiskey neat, some dive bar right up the street. I'm a good old boy and a country star. No one else can go this far. Come on, babe, go with me, riding high, living free. Don't ask once and don't think twice, 'cause baby, I'm living the life. I'm a western swing on an old jukebox, a tailgate party in the parking lot. I'm rowdy, rough, big and grown. I get it done all on my own. I'm a good old boy and a country star. No one else can go this far. Come on, babe, and go with me, riding high, living free. Don't ask once and don't think twice, 'cause baby, I'm living the life. I'm a cowboy hat, a ripped up shirt, tractor pulling out in the dirt. Hot cup of coffee with a cigarette, pretty little thing sitting on my hip.